Joining us to discuss, human trafficking consultant Allie Hopper, plus former DHS senior advisor and Newsmax contributor Charles Marino. Welcome to both of you. Charles, I'm going to start with you here. What do you make of that information, what we're learning about all of those tax dollars spent to help illegal migrants? Again, those are American dollars, and we also know that education is very important for our very own legal citizens.
Well, it proves what we always suspected, and that was that the Biden administration turned law-abiding taxpayers here in the U.S. into unsuspecting accomplices in the largest human and child trafficking operation in the history of this country. All of this money was either being spent by HHS, DHS, or being transferred to non-governmental organizations to facilitate the crimes of the Biden administration. And that was not just to circumvent the immigration and border laws of this country, but also to facilitate the movement of these illegal migrants throughout the interior of the United States. Some of these people, which we know, were very dangerous criminals or national security threats. So there should be continued outrage about this.
Certainly, and that's kind of where I was going with this. Allie, is there any way to deep audit and find out exactly where the funds were going directly?
Yeah, great question. So I actually testified on this issue with regard to the missing, exploited, and unaccounted children in the interior of the United States through the Unaccompanied Children Program. And where it should start is honestly a DOJ audit. I think that all of the contracts with the NGOs need to be audited to the fullest extent. Every single dollar needs to be accounted for, and these children need to be found. No exceptions.
Speaking of spending money, sometimes it's for good things, sometimes for bad things. This one's a good one. The Department of Homeland Security launched a multi-million-dollar advertising campaign on Tuesday. Here is DHS Secretary Kristi Noem with a message to those who want to break our immigration laws.
For too long, weak politicians left our borders wide open. They flooded our communities with drugs, human trafficking, and violent criminals. They put American lives at risk. Well, those days are over. If you leave now, you may have an opportunity to return and enjoy our freedom and live the American dream. But understand this. Under President Trump, America's borders are closed to lawbreakers. Follow the law, and you'll find opportunity. Break it, and you'll find consequences.
Charles, what do you think about that? Very, very different from the previous administration's tactics.
Yeah, complete 180. Look, deterrence is obviously being restored when it comes to preventing illegal immigration into the country. The border is secure, more secure than it certainly was the last 4 years. And messaging is a key part of that deterrence, though it's not the whole thing. Those that attempt to come to the country need to know that not only is there messaging out there saying don't do it, but that the administration is in place and willing to follow up on those consequences that Secretary Noem spoke about. And I think not only is the message reinforced there by the actions of the administration, but you're also starting to see it extend to the international community as well. So you've got a comprehensive strategy. It's got the government firing on all cylinders, and we're going to see these numbers continue to drop. We're going to see the cartels be held accountable, and we're going to see those that are in the country illegally committing crimes be deported.
Allie, last 20 seconds to you. Any thoughts?
I thought that ad was great. The world needs to know that this administration takes this issue seriously. The taxpayers are not going to be funding and serving as a transportation hub to transport migrants all over the country. We are not beholden to the cartels. Our tax dollars do not go to fund illegals in this country. And the world needs to know that we take this issue seriously and we're coming down hard.
All right, we're going to leave it there. Allie and Charles, thanks so much.